What's going on, you guys? Today we're diving into one of the biggest stories in hip hop right now, the explosive situation between Diddy, Netflix, and 50 Cent. This isn't just drama, this isn't just beef, this is a full cultural earthquake shaking the entire industry. So let's get straight into it. Netflix just released a massive 4-part documentary called Sean Combs' The Reckoning. The name alone tells you everything. This is not a soft biography. This is a deep dive into Diddy's rise, his influence, his empire, and the serious allegations that have been building around him for years. And guess who executive produced the whole thing? 50 Cent, one of Diddy's longest running rivals, a man who's been trolling him online for years. And now, 50 found the biggest stage possible, Netflix, to deliver what he calls accountability in hip hop. The moment the documentary dropped, Diddy, even from behind bars, fired back through his legal team. He called the documentary a shameful hit piece and said Netflix used stolen footage, private video clips, and personal recordings he claims were never supposed to be released. According to Diddy's team, some of the footage in the documentary was material he planned to use for his own documentary to tell his side of the story. Netflix responded saying, "Nope, the footage is legal." They claimed they went through the proper channels, secured the rights, and repeatedly invited Diddy's team to comment, but got no response. Now here's where it gets deeper. 50 Cent says this documentary isn't about beef, it's about exposing the truth. He says the culture needs accountability and this is just the beginning. In multiple interviews, 50 says that if he didn't speak on this, then the message the industry sends is that powerful men can hide everything forever. Meanwhile, Diddy's supporters say this entire documentary is personal. They argue Netflix teamed up with a man who has mocked him publicly for over a decade and built an entire brand around clowning other celebrities. But this situation goes beyond rivalry. This is about legacy. Diddy was once one of the most powerful figures in music, dominating bad boy entertainment, shaping the sound of the late 90s and early 2000s, and branding himself as Puff Daddy, Diddy, and Brother Love. He was everywhere: MTV, award shows, festivals, talk shows. His influence was undeniable, but now the narrative has flipped. He's facing lawsuits, accusations, criminal investigations, and public opinion turning against him. And Netflix releasing this documentary at the exact moment he's already under pressure makes it feel like the world is closing in all at once. 50 Cent understands the power of timing, 50 understands marketing, and 50 understands opportunity. That's why he's leaning fully into this. He's posting memes, interviews, and hints about follow-up projects. To 50 Cent, this is business, but to Diddy, this is war. The documentary covers the rise of Bad Boy, the influence of Biggie, the culture of power around Diddy, the lawsuits and accusations, the downfall of an empire, the footage that has never been seen publicly, and the people who were close to Diddy speaking out. The director said they got access to material that paints a fuller picture of who Diddy was when the cameras weren't rolling. And that's what has Diddy furious. Because if there's one thing Diddy maintained for decades, it was control. Control of his image, control of his story, control of how the world saw him. And now, for the first time, someone else is telling it. The big question now is this justice? Or is this a calculated public takedown? Some say this is karma catching up, that the truth always comes out. Others say 50 Cent is seizing the moment and amplifying the most damaging narratives for entertainment and for personal payback. But no matter which side you're on, one thing is clear. Hip-hop has never seen a fall like this before. A man who once symbolized success, energy, and celebration is now the center of one of the darkest scandals in entertainment history. And Netflix, with the power of global distribution, is making sure the entire world sees it. So let me ask you, do you think 50 Cent is doing the right thing by exposing everything? Or do you think this is a strategic hit job against someone who's already down? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This one is far from over, and we're going to keep covering it as it unfolds. Until next time, stay locked in, stay informed, and let's keep the conversation going.